Okay, so we're looking at the Skylander Imaginators creation character. Here I'm using Dark Creation
Welcome
Crystal.
to the Creation Crystal, Portal
Neon is
Master.
telling me all
Here
about
you can
what
create your
to
very
do.
own Imaginator.
And the first thing to do with it is to pick a battle class.
First, choose
Tough thing about picking a battle class
Each
is that
class uses a
it
unique
looks like
type
this
of
is just
weapon.
a one-time decision. So of course you can just create a new character whenever you want, but unlike all the cool look stuff, this is pretty important, and it's a one-way trip. So there are 10 different
Sentinel
battle classes,
Imaginators are
like so
agile
far.
warriors who
And
wield
I'll give you a
double-ended
little example
weapons.
of what they can do. So the Dark Sentinel, that uses a
Are you ready to create a
double
Sentinel?
trident type
Choosing a battle
weapon,
class
and
is a
very
final
quick.
decision.
That appeals to me, which is what I'm going to choose. And you may notice a few little bits in this video, and that's just
A new Sentinel is born. Now, bring your imagination to
so
life.
to speak. So my little default character is all made out of stars, and instead of going and picking each thing one by one, I'm gonna opt to quickly get something going, and then sort of refine it from
Powering up.
So I think I wasn't, originally that excited about what was produced randomly, which is why I sort of gave it a few changes, then gave it some more color blasts, and then back body. And now, see right there, now I'm finding something I'm like, oh, okay, now this is something I can work with, something that's part aquatic, or reptilian, or amphibian, and part robot, and just sort of pulls together thematically, which is kind of a big deal with the game. How do you let players put all these different pieces in, whether it's arms and legs and weapons and parts and audio cues and etc., without it just looking like you grabbed all the Play-Doh and mashed it together into a ball. There's a lot of different things that they fine-tuned, but certainly there's something about how you can get some high-level color and elemental and power solutions. And it may not be the thing that makes you go, oh, that's my character, but it's a thing that looks like, this is a character. So, like for me, I said I wanted this robot reptilian thing, but
Cool.
having like snake heads for arms, that was hard to ignore. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and do that.
Reconfiguring.
And of course, with a lot of these choices, not everything's unlocked. In fact, most of the stuff isn't unlocked. So
Excellent.
here I've got, 9 different tails to choose from. That's nice. Some of the categories, I only have 1 or 2 things to choose from. So the variety's there in the game, but it's not exactly instantly there. Now look at all these different heads. And yet I was already married to this robot head and robot voice. So you can see where, just depending on who you are and how it suits you, you may get tied in like I did.
Choose an overall color theme to
and then even
quickly
have
change
colors.
the look of your Imaginator.
It seems like the game really wants you to use colors that sort of fit. It kind of pushes you towards colors that fit your element and etc., but you're not restricted to that. You can pull up just about anything. And yet at the same time, if you're a little constricted as I am, you may end up going with some kind of color scheme that still fits the element anyway. I mean, it's fun to see what's radical, but I think I came back to Earth. I was really thinking of, if you've ever seen
Changing the colors of
Ninja
individual
Turtles
parts
cartoon,
can create some amazing
Slash
looks.
character who was not super prominently featured and yet was very popular with me and my friends. I think I was really channeling him in a lot of ways, like some sort of robot meets Slash meets an imaginary football team with purple, black, and aqua blue colors. And yeah, there I am, like, why is my back yellow? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna have to roll with it. Definitely when trying to make a character quickly, It's hard to fix little stuff like that, but it's certainly not possible. Now, here in the auras, once again, 5 different options, plus just not having one. So I guess 6 different options. But
Sweet.
that one right there, it just looks like
You can change
my
their
character's
size
emanating
and shape.
some sort of liquid gaseous essence from wherever it hails from. And so at least in my mind, and when I'm looking at it, this all ties together really wonderfully and without a lot of hair pulling in terms of using a character creator. Just some big tweaks and some little tweaks to make the most of it. I mean, even that, like, I like those, you know, shoulder armor pieces,
Excellent.
and yet I know it's just a detail, it's just a visual detail. So I'm glad that I was able to get them and didn't get obsessed with something else. But see, here now with the arm pieces, it just feels like too much. Like, his arms already have pieces, and I already have these crazy snake hands. So I don't want the snake hands not to look any less natural than they do, as odd as that sounds, which is why I don't have to deal with that. So, seeing how boots, I mean, you know, the game actually has these weird peg legs, which are not boots. I mean, they replace the legs with stylish looking pegs. But either way, it's just kind of a weird thing. Yeah, see, the weapons here, I'm sort of ignoring the stats and ignoring what's possible and just kind of sticking with that default double trident. I mean, again, unfortunately, I just got committed to it, and it was hard to let go. But I think I like the idea in the final game of, you know, making more than one character, so it not really matter. Of course, here, you know, you see the powers and you see the abilities, and if you're familiar with Skylanders, it's like, oh right, I get these powers, but I'll be able to unlock more and equip more and pick the ones that I like. Like that Dark Mist, that's completely different from the Black Hole. It's an offensive power, and the Dark Mist is more defensive. But at least to start out, like the Black Hole made sense. I wanted an attack, so.
Choose a music theme that you'll
Yeah.
hear as you explore
So, like,
Skylanders.
It's funny here with the music is when I was choosing it, I could not even hear the music on the demo station. So the fact that these other ones aren't unlocked and that I'm only left with 2 choices, I think I just decided to pick that one. And the robot voice, I liked it, so I kept it.
Customize the sounds you'll hear as you move and
Oh yeah,
attack.
of course, and then the video game sounds too. Now this is interesting. These chests are actually from Sensei characters that I'd been playing with in the game already. Each new Sensei you put in, you're going to get a chest, which seems like a big deal, but of course you get chests from other sources as well. Beating Doomlanders, or from doing certain challenges within
You
the game.
are no match for the
You
dark.
guys ready to go?
You can make
Of course,
further
I
changes to
picked
your
sort of an
Imaginator
odd spot
anytime
in the
you
middle
wish.
of level to actually put the creation crystal on the portal and initiate that entire process.
Secret.
But right, so with that dark creation crystal, I've
You
got
are
a
no
dark
match
sentinel I've
for
got to
the
make,
dark.
customize, even give a voice and a
Say-
catchphrase to. And I look forward
You-
to seeing him again
you-
when the game is ready.
Can't stop.
This has been Brian Haas for High Def Digest. Look forward to more Skylanders
Can't
Imaginators
stop.
coverage. And you can't stop the machines. Thanks.
Can't stop the machines. Can't stop the machines.